Lips just move. Hearing.
Eh, eh.
Okay. All right.
Nothing yet.
All right.
Okay, so
Let me
I'm
set the
okay.
trap. Okay.
It
I
just came
think.
on my
All right.
device. Wait 1 second. Okay, it's there. It's there. All
Okay.
right,
It
it's
come
there.
back now.
Papa mates.
Yeah.
What? Anyway,
Yes.
I
Yes. The
started to
devil is
sweat there
trying to
already.
set the trap for us, but we
Yeah.
didn't win.
Yeah. So yeah, Nigel. So we were extending deepest condolences to the family of Macmillan John Baptist. What we spoke about again earlier on, I spoke about the weather. There's a little rain now, but Nigel, I mean, it's extremely hot this day. Chalet shook a fan quarter,
Yeah, but let me
and
tell you, the chalet where I am to
yes,
real
it's
chalet.
hot. It's sometimes it's even
Yes.
unbearable. I mean,
I
I don't know,
know, I
and
know. I even told you
particularly.
we'll say 96 degrees in the shade,
I
but
don't know.
man,
No, that's no. I
I don't
mean,
know
that's
about the
more than
shade
that.
partner.
I don't know what the shade bats.
98 degrees
Yes.
plus.
And I don't know, there's an extra heat about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know if it's because I'm in my menopausal state, but
Well,
let me tell you something.
apart from that, it is hot.
Nigel? No, man. I mean, come on. Who does that?
It is extremely hot.
It is
Man.
hot.
I
It
don't
is
know.
very
I know
hot.
they say the Sahara and there's dust and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, typically now it's supposed to be the, get a little, but it's extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really
Yes, it
extra.
is heat plus.
I was reading news on radio this week, and Nigel in Europe, in Italy, in Spain, and those places there. Wow, in France, wildfires,
Yes.
like crazy. So, I mean, whilst it's very hot here, we
Mm,
still have a lot to give thanks for. So,
We do,
yes,
we
I
do,
don't
we
really
do.
like all the extreme heat, but we still have a lot to give thanks for.
We always have to give thanks for that, So and the good thing about us is that now and then a little rain will pass through and try to cool it down. So
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
yes, when the rain comes through, yes. By the
Yeah.
way, let me say good morning to our contingent in Glasgow
Oh, yes,
for the
yes,
Commonwealth
yes.
Games.
That's it. Yeah.
So Billy Doctruve and Chester later and Jasmine
Schofield,
Schofield
yeah.
and Thea and Danik Luke and all the others. Good
Yeah.
morning, good morning. Continue to do good things. You represented us well at the opening ceremony. So we're looking forward to good things. I know
Definitely.
Jasmine was supposed to have been doing some swimming earlier this morning. Haven't followed the results yet, but I know some other things are coming up, So good things
Yeah.
for us.
And for those who did not
Yeah,
know,
we might
Nigel is
be
still
doing for West Indies cricket.
Hey, I was just saying that for those who did not know, Nigel is still a very good sports commentator. Nigel, and sports commentary go hand in hand. I mean, it's to hear Nigel commentate on football, and football is a fast-moving sport. Me,
It is a
I
very
cannot do those things here.
What?
But Nigel, as you were talking about, Schofield
Yes.
and the others,
But
I
we,
just brought
but
that
we
to
shall
mind.
give you kudos for your cricket commentaries. It's
Well, yeah. Well, I tried
one of
something
the few
back in
female
the
cricket commentators that we've had that have
Yes.
held their own.
Yeah, back in the
when
day,
last you did
I
cricket commentaries though? You haven't done that for a
Papa,
little bit?
me, I can't remember that. No, that's long
You
ago.
finished with that?
That's long ago. I remember when Dennis Joseph, a former manager, had an idea that I could do well in this, but that was short-lived. That was short-lived, but it's all good. It's all good. I can still tell you about the
You did an
Duzra, the
opening stint
Kugli, and all of that.
You did an opening stint and that was it.
Yeah, and that was it, Papa. Me, and do the little comments here and there, And I was really fascinated by what the googly meant and the Duzra, and other terms in cricket, but that's for another program.
Yes.
So
That's for
Nigel,
another time.
as I'm saying this, there's also an event in Hodges Estate. Where's Hodges Estate? And I think
Estate is in Calibishi.
yes, I saw this flyer, and I'm
Calibishi
okay.
area.
I saw this flyer, and I'm also listening to news this morning, and Curtis Matthew read this item, and I know I want us to at least get a little, a little bit of information on what is really happening. So Nigel, keep talking. Let me just see if I can find out,
See if you can find
so
out
we
some
can just
more
at
about
least,
it. So we can just give a little shout out to
because it aligns with what we
have.
have been doing in recent time, especially where health is
It
concerned,
does.
health
Because
and
I know
wellness.
recently we had a wellness fair or something like that. Where we sort of highlighted, the importance of healthy living and overall well-being of the individual, making sure it's not only medicinal, but you're taking care of yourself. So it aligns very well with what we had recently by the Ministry of Tourism for the wellness fair. So hopefully we can, chit chat for a little 5 minutes with
Yeah,
this
man.
particular
At least,
individual
yes.
that's having this event
Boy, Nigel, our guest probably
at
said why they
Hodgepur
can
State.
talk here. The guest probably said
Boy,
why they talking so much.
Polo,
Bring us on and call it
Polo probably
close.
said, "My thought I could talk, but I never know
Boy.
them people can talk like that."
No man, you
Hey,
just
Papa.
talking. Okay, but yeah, keep talking in your skin because I go to
But
see
of
if I can
course, I'll
get
keep
you.
talking and see if you can find her. Yes, yes, yes. So definitely, as we say, the wellness activity. So we certainly hope we can touch base with her for a little bit. Tell us about that particular event and the whole quest to ensure that we as a nation, we don't only remain healthy in what we eat, but also healthy in the way our mind works and healthy in our exercising and ensuring that we can keep mind, body, spirit together. We have to align those and make sure that happens. And I know even our guests, when they come on, they also will be part of that because they probably have a wellness as part of their activity. I don't know. They let us know. So even that is important, whether you're hiking, whether you're on the trails. So good morning, good morning, good morning.
Well, I'm not getting a no, but I'll try. We'll try again. We'll try again.
We'll try again.
Yes, we'll see what happens. So you have people. We have family members on the book, right?
Oh,
there are some people on
the book. Yes,
okay.
Louise Jean-Pierre has been there very.
Remember the last time we had Delice? We were looking at the Delice reunion in the planning stages. The amount of people from Delice that was on.
The amount of the people that was on then in the primary stage, and I'm sure a lot has happened since. So,
yeah.
So, Louisa, good morning to you. I know you said it's your brother's birthday this week up there in Goodwill, Joe. So, Joe, happy birthday this week when it comes around. Alvin Thomas already told us there was no audio, but good morning to you, Alvin. I know you're doing some stuff there for the JC's movement. Good morning to you, Edwina London. Good morning to you, Carl Kofi James. Says good morning to everybody, to Ivos, Nigel, Winnie, and everybody else. Winnie Green, good morning. Wilma Simon, morning to you. Renick Thomas, always nice to have you locked on and connected.
Sure.
Have we had him to tell his story?
We had him, but we have to have him again. I'm ready, Thomas. So I think we need to do that soon. Yeah, we need to do that soon. Yes, yes. Yeah, we should have done that because he has the same birthday with me. And we should have done that around that time.
Birthday with you?
Yes, the 16th of July. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
But we can bring him on soon. All right, so
we'll bring him
let's
on
move
sometime. Yeah. Who else? Maria Etienne Pascal. Good morning to you.
Hey, Papa Delice.
Delice, man. Delice.
I think so. Yes. It's around that same thing.
Miguel Murphy,
around that same area.
Warm greetings to you, Jacqueline Stedman as well in La Plaine. Vado, morning. Good morning. Of course, Kawem season. Yes, that's why it's probably that hot.
Sure.
Jules, good morning. Ivona, where did you dig that one out? Keep talking in your skin. Yes. She does come up with some things, some sayings, yes. Vado say, Ivona, you pretty this morning.
Hey.
Are you attending an event after connecting it also? Are you attending the girl business?
No.
No, she's not attending an event. She's just, making herself look pretty as she always does. Okay,
I continue. I die now. Whoosh! I'm hot in the cold studio. Anyway.
Feeling hot in the 10 daily studio, though.
Whoosh! No boy, do something wrong.
Yes. Elroy Thomas, good morning to you from Toronto. Of course, Toronto, kind is preparing for Carrie Banner as well. So good morning to all those for that. Thibaut, yes, you haven't forgotten you. Good morning, Thibaut reunion. Fitzroy, Etienne, and Carlton, and all the Thibaut people, I'm getting ready for their reunion as well, heading down to Dominica. So wish you guys all the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Good morning to you. Fitzy, I have to check you. I have to bring that stuff for you. So Fitzroy, Etienne, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well and the family. Everybody. Yes. Good morning.
All right, so Nigel, DCN, MTM, DCN, MTM. I mean, you should know that by now.
Yes.
Okay, so Dominica Corner now.
Yes.
My turn, man.
Yes. YTN.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta make that very simple because we're gonna bring our guest immediately after. When do I see? Okay, let's. I'm gonna call out like 7 letters, and unscramble them to give the name of a community. No, that is easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
So just listen carefully. Tell me the first 2 letters you'll know.
I hope you got unscramble them.
So E S L
Mm-hmm.
I
Miss, I know the answer.
D E C. I think it's
Don't go and put more things than it not in it, you know.
7. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
Yes.
I know you know the
Yes.
answer. If you see you say at the same time, then I just fall down flat from that shit.
But you know you can't repeat the letters again.
Yes.
So good morning,
I
baby.
got that. I can repeat them, but in another fashion, in not the same way.
In another fashion.
Yeah, not in the same order.
Yes. Was there D in there? Or D was part of the scrambled letters that you had?
There's a D.
Yes. Yes, there's a D.
Oh, you know the answer.
Daily.
Yes,
Delice. Good morning, I am scrambled and Delice.
Okay, next 6 letters this time. M T
MT
O
O
L
L
A
A
O.
Sacred Sonny. MTOLA.
MTOLA. Is that? Yes, is that self? Is that? You can get. Let me see if you can get that one.
But I mean, of course, I can get that. So you know.
And if any of the guests, our guests, I can put them on in the dinner because
you know. So
yes. One of the guests
is famous for that, you know.
No, man, Nigel, that was fear. Somebody help you. I all thinking that you're a big deal with them and Nigel.
Help me, let me see.
Somebody help you.
Toloma. No, nobody help. They're good.
How you get that there, Nigel? I all there.
Toloma Delice. You know, I catch him this time. Yes. Delice have a lot of Toloma, you know. I wonder if Toloma is going to be part of the reunion. We'll find out. Yes. Derek Liverpool, good morning to you. Good morning. Know you're locked in. Appreciate it. Glenn Ford. All the way in Jersey, locked in and listens every Saturday. If you just joined in, we are in the GCN Mighty N. Yes, she tried to see what she can unscramble for me again in the meantime. Norrin Joseph, good morning. You late? I said told him already. Good morning to you, Norrin. Yes. No, I go down. We're not in Hawaii. Even if we dress like we are in Hawaii. You know.
Oh, but anyway, it's a very, very long dress. It's sweeping under my foot. So as I walk in, before I make a step, it will clear the way for me. It will clear. It will sweep. Yes. Anyway, let's bring another guest stand. Time to bring another guest.
Polo, good morning. I know this guest will say, boy, I'm tired of those two days.
Yeah. Party so long. Look at the time, man. Come on, who does that?
On our Saturday reunion. But good morning, Richard Thomas and all those who are on the Delice reunion committee. And those who are in Delice, which means that, boy, that place for those people in Delice now. We will find out, because I know in Monjun River Surrogate, there's last one we didn't have much place left. So let's see if there is place over there. Who's that saying Granby? Oh, yes, Derek Liverpool wants to say he's from Granby, but he lives in Tampa. My mother from Granby.
Yes. Nigel, I was just thinking of another one quickly.
Well, I'm waiting for you.
NV.
Hold on. NV.
ALI. NVALI.
ALI. NVALI.
Why do I think you know that already? No, but you know that. You know that.
Isa.
Tricks you have.
NVALI.
Tricks you have. You know that self.
NVALI. That one take me. Yes. NVALI.
You have the clue, man. You have the clue?
Yes.
The person that has the most detentions on record. OCTV. Oh no.
No, good morning to you.
I'm gonna get incorrect.
She got me for a little while now, but good morning, Alvin. Good morning, Alvin. It's good to know that you are here. Yes, you've been, but coming to think of it, he's been very late recently. The last couple Saturdays.
Anyway, Nigel, let's go. Let me go to Studio 2 and bring on our guest. And we also have a guest via via the live on Zoom, so not with us in studio.
Okay.
And then we have another guest. So let's give Delice a little time, and then we bring another guest shortly. Other guest shortly.
All right.
Oops,
Good to
wow,
go,
where you
Eli.
get this? All right, let's see. It's time to talk about the Delice reunion. It's a grand event, and even as we speak, I think a lot is happening in Delice. Lafley show on the playing field to ensure, that everything is in tip-top shape.
To ensure everything is on
The crunch is on, crunch time, yeah.
All
All right, so who do we have? Let me go to studio 2. Hi, tell us who you are. Good morning. It's a pleasure to have you on Connecting the Dots. Tell us who you are.
Good morning.
Let me see if I can put you on. Yeah, go ahead. In the meantime, as I ensure that you are on, I'm not sure what is happening, but I want to make sure I get this properly. Sometimes it's just Okay, yes, let me put you on now. Tell us who you are.
Okay, hi, good morning. My name is Glorine Joseph. I am from Delice and I am a member of the Delice Reunion Committee and I serve as a secretary.
Okay, secretary. All right, and who again do we have from Delice? Let's see. I think we had somebody else. Where is he?
Yes, we have him, but he's on mute now.
Oh, you're on mute. Okay.
No, we're ready for him to
yes.
speak.
Let's go. Tell us.
Yeah, you guys were speaking so much, I forgot that.
We, Papa.
Cut him off. Cut him
Hey,
off.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Ian, Hilaire, Polo, everybody know me by.
Yeah, man.
I'm the PRO of the Delice Reunion Committee.
All right, it's nice to have you on.
Right.
So what's happening? What's the rush like? It's crunch time.
Yes. We get into that point. We're right here. We're not getting to it anymore. We actually there. Um, the foreigners are coming in and they're coming in heavy. Things have started to look good. We're setting up the playing field with fencing, mats, and all this good stuff. So all that is taking place. We started yesterday, and we're just having the vibes. The village is alive and kicking. You can tell from my eyes. Last night was a tough one.
Yeah, I can.
So, so things are happening. Nigel, I saw you in Mount John. You need to come down for this one.
Yes. Well, you should have done what Monjon did, and send something so I could just be there. But
I know.
we'll talk about that.
Yes. As soon as Nigel landed, Nigel let's see a mic in his hand and just had to run and do his duties. Yeah. But it's all good. I mean,
Go ahead.
no, I was saying it's all good. It's nice that see how quickly the time has come for the Delice reunion. And when we first had you all on, we were like, okay, there's still some time, I look at it now; it's already
No, it's
there.
No, it's
So, yeah.
right there. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Polo, in terms of the village and the buzz and and what's going on and the excitement. Do you find like the villagers are embracing this and they're all over the place and so happy to have this happening?
Oh yes. I have the reviews on the ground, man. It's incredible, man. The villagers are like, man, so happy. We're so happy this happening. Um, people are reconnecting after 30 plus years, and they're seeing people they have not seen in ages. So it's a good vibes on the ground. The villagers are loving it. When I tell you, I'm loving it. I've seen villagers out last night. I've never seen out in my lifetime living in Delice. So that tells a lot. People are looking forward to it. People are very grateful that this came, this happened. So we're just waiting to execute. That's all.
So, Glorine, there's a buzz. There's an excitement about this.
Definitely. When we had the first call to let the public know, hey, we are on this time and we are. People were a little bit skeptical. Sometimes you plan things and it fall along the way. But when it got to a certain stage, you really saw the people embraced it. And like Ian was saying, closer to the time, it's like, I feel like they've just totally omitted the committee and they have taken over. The people came in way before we expected them. So we're expecting people to come in slowly today, tomorrow. No, sir. People have been there from the week and they are still coming in. They are in dailies and we just want to take the opportunity to say good morning to our people from Delice, those who are there already. We have some in town heading up today, tomorrow, and there are some flying in. But we really want to say good morning to all our persons, those who could not make it. We really hear you. And we're going to try to go live as often as possible so you do not miss out. But we cannot say enough how thankful we are for the community. They really stood with us and they are standing with us. And good morning to you. That is our reunion for sure.
Yes, I. By the way, when I had the little Dominica corner and I unscrambled the word Toloma, did any of you get it?
Man.
Lauren, you got it? You
I mean,
before I started?
I mean, Toloma is
Before you
Delice
started,
and
I
Delice
did
is
Boy.
Toloma, you know.
Boy,
From
next-
you small, you in the field,
Yeah.
you know, you on your blanket,
Yeah.
but you have to be there.
Zeze, I should have just taken something else. I mean, come on,
that,
even.
that was a portrait. That was a portrait. You did
Next,
it.
next time, ask
Of the
us, and we will
Yes,
participate.
okay, all right, okay. Maybe I should put a live here or
I
something.
mean, is Toloma still part of the
Yeah.
still part of Delice? Is that something that still happens?
Very
heavy.
much, yes.
Oh, heavy.
And now
Yeah.
more
Yes,
than
Glorine.
ever too. Now more than ever, we see a lot of young people going into Toloma. Before it was, you know, the adults, the parents, but now you're seeing the young men and women, and they've actually modernized the whole vibes of it. Before it was a little bit more strenuous. Now they're making it easier. Before, I remember when my mom used to make Toloma, it used to be two people straining it, and they used to say like, you cool in the Toloma and you have to have that little hand motion. Now people just tie in the cloth on the bag and one person, and so it's a lot of people going back into Toloma.
Listen, Glorine, as you mentioned that, just give us an idea, general quick idea. How do you make the Toloma? What's involved?
Well, it's a long process. We have
It's
the
a long process.
preparing
Okay.
of the land, planting. You have to
Right,
tend to
right.
it all through that process. But when it comes to maturity, now there's something that you have to know when it's ready to harvest. So you harvest and stuff like that. As soon as you harvesting, you replanting. So it's harvest to replant at the same time. Then there's the cleaning stage where you take out the roots and any heavy dirt on there and stuff like that. It's washed, it's grind.
Sorry.
We used to do it manually before, a lot more. Now we have a little bit easier machinery, and then it's strained. So we cool it, and there's a like hand motion over the water. So you have
Hand
a
motion,
barrel,
right.
2 barrels basically. First heavy barrel, and then there's a second one, and they call it like the rinsing water. So you have the washing water and you have the rinsing water, and then we go through the next step, which is to blashy, which is to whiten it, get it to that white state. So it's called blashing. And then after you're done blashing, you have to sort of dry it in the barrel, take off the heavy water. So you put like cotton cloth on there to pull out the heavy water. Then you break it, and then they would say, Moka kase toloma. You put it in trays, so they'll say, Nuka mete a twe. And you leave it inside for a day or so. I don't know what was the reason. I think it has something to do with the color, so the sun wouldn't turn it yellow. And then afterwards, you start putting it in the sun. Now, if your parents task you with the responsibility to dry the toloma, better not let rain drizzle on the lady toloma, because it's going to melt. So you have that rushing of putting trays inside. It was a fun experience, and it's really still
I'm
alive.
listening to you. I'm listening to you explaining that, and I'm saying, boy, it would be nice if that's an activity you have for the reunion,
Yeah.
for those who are coming home who've never done this before, especially the young ones who are coming for the reunion, or even the elder ones who may have left and now coming back. It would be nice if there's one day that you're squeezing an hour or two and make that an activity for the Delice reunion. That experience will be remembered by those who've never done it before.
Yes, yeah. And a lot of people, when they go
Hope it's
back
not too
home,
late for you to feed it in.
yeah,
It's
Nigel.
actually on the agenda.
Well,
It's on the agenda.
It is
Okay,
actually,
all
we
right.
actually have
It's on the
a,
agenda. But you see?
But it has to be. I mean, come on. Who does a Delice reunion without Toloma? I mean,
Without Tolo.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's on the agenda.
Yeah, it's a nice thickener for Kakoti as well, Nigel. Wapap. I always buy it. I in
My
recent
Wapap
time I was
is
like,
amazing.
what? Toloma go up, man, in terms of
We
price.
say-
But now that she explained
we
it, I
say-
understand.
We
Yeah.
say we APC.
APC. See, that's it. That's it. That's the correct word. APC.
That's it. Oh, okay.
APC. Let me write that down. So next time I can take Nigel with that and the Dominica Corner.
But yes, Nigel, we definitely have that
APC.
done. It's part of the
my pen,
Wednesday 26 event, and it's our local factory tour. So it's not just the Toloma. We also have other factories. So we do agro processing in Delice. Let me tell you, Delice is rich. We wealthy. We rich. We may not have but we're rich and we wealthy. So we have a whole session dedicated to factories and agro processing and our farmers. We have a Delice Women Toloma group. We have the Bay Oil. We have persons doing honey. We have persons doing rum. We have persons doing pepper sauce, castor oil, coconut oil, cassava.
That's all in Delice? All Delice people?
All in Delice people. Yeah. Machineries in Delice. And so we have that day dedicated to them.
Don't forget the fur reading, Gary.
Yeah,
yes, for night. No, boy. Best I go with Dean, man. I know we are doing the church service live tomorrow. We're also doing history night and something else. It's best I go with Dean, man.
You should.
Yeah, you should go and yes. Mm-hmm.
Get all that good time there, that water. Nice.
Welcome.
Of course, all right. So the vibes is on, the excitement is there, the buzz is there. Give us an idea though of in terms of the program of activities, how that will roll, so people who are listening can get an idea, or they can say, okay, I'll go on that particular day because I cannot go on that day. So what is the schedule like for the reunion?
Glorine, you want me to go in the first half and you go the second half?
Yeah, you could go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So as you know, tomorrow the 26th, that's when the reunion officially starts.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting off the reunion with an interdenominational service.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who do not know, that we have quite a few churches in Delice. So tomorrow everybody will be coming under one roof.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's going to
be on the playing field, or that's going to be
on the playing field. We have we're going to set up. Let me make it clear that the playing field is going to be our central location for.
So that's like the reunion park.
90%. That's our reunion village. So that's going to be our reunion village. So we started off with the church service. Later in the evening, we have what you call something like a cultural gala. After the parade, then you have a little cultural gala. We have something similar to that after the parade, where we're going to. It's like a meet and greet where we're gonna display our culture. People, show people we can dance ballet and quadrille and heel and toe and all this stuff. And I might be on stage, So, so that's what the first day is gonna be like. All right. On the 27th, we have a community heritage walk. So we'll be walking through the community. Persons who have left Delice years ago and back, they might not be familiar with certain areas, but there's always a landmark somewhere that will jog their memory and say, hey, they used to have a road passing there, and my Shoy house used to be there, and all this, So
yes.
So we have a heritage walk on Monday, and then following that we have a roadside cook-up. So we're just gonna be on the side of the road with our fresh stones and just cooking food. Yeah, anything going down, anything. We just cooking. All right. And then later that evening we have a history night. So we're gonna tell persons about Delice. Some of us we were born and raised in Delice, but we still don't know the history behind Delice.
Right.
So that we're using the reunion as an opportunity to educate persons and let them know about the community, let them know where the name came from, let them know about our great grandfathers, where they came and how they end up in Delice and all this good stuff. So that's our Monday. That's what we're doing on Monday.
Yeah, on highlight we have the bullseye.
July 28th.
Make sure you highlight it will be bullseye night too. So
yeah. July 28th, it's all about the elderly. We'll be grooming and caring for the elderly on the 28th. All right.
Love that.
Pedicures, manicures, makeup, eyelashes. That's all. Sushi's day. We put in everything back.
You'll have to take them back to the days of the block heels and all of that. The petticoats.
Yes.
They go and pretty up the seniors and all.
And guess what? Guess why we're doing that? Because later that evening, we got elderly lunch. So we want to make sure they're looking good for the lunch.
Yes,
Camera
I.
ready,
Of course, the man.
presentable, nice.
Of course,
Nice,
man.
You
nice.
know,
I like
I
that.
bought, I bought, I bought my clippers down. Give the gentle, the older guys a haircut.
Yeah.
Win things, win
Okay,
things.
nice. I like that. I like that aspect of it, that connection.
and, and then towards the end of the night, we're going to have a reggae and karaoke night. All right. So the evening we're winding down for reggae and karaoke. On the 29th, as Nigel was stating earlier about fitness, 29th is a day for you as well. We have another one coming up on another day. But the 29th, we hike into the Victoria Fall, the most beautiful waterfall in Dominica.
Yes.
You
Okay.
know? So we will be hiking to the Victoria Falls on the 29th.
Well, I've done that already.
So
I've hiked to the
yeah, so
Victoria Falls.
but it's never it's you can never have
Of
enough
course,
of
it will
nature. So
it
it's
will be
always
much
good to go back
better
again.
during a festive time like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, so come back. So we'll be hiking to the Victoria Falls. When we come back from the falls, we're going to do a factory tour. So that's where what we were just speaking about earlier on comes in. The bay oil factories, the Tuluma factories, the cassava factories, and we're doing, as Glorine said, the agro processing persons are doing honey and all this stuff. We'll be touring
Okay.
all this stuff on the 29th.
Okay. All right.
What
That's
late we're winding down. Later that evening we have a Delice for Jesus gospel concert.
Nice.
I tell you, Delice for Jesus gospel concert. We think it was important to include that as part of the calendar of activities. We did not want our reunion to center about just action. You know, we have people from Delice who actually don't take part in carnivals, and it goes to actions and what. So we want to make sure we have something
okay.
that everybody can blend in and fit in nicely while we socialize. We know, well, hey, we have something you can go and be comfortable in. So hence the reason we decided we're gonna put a gospel concert together, and guess what? We have a gospel concert. So on the 9th of the 29th, it's gonna be a Delice for Jesus gospel concert. So I know that you can come up to Delice as well for that. Make sure you find it. Or just come up on tomorrow and just pack your
And
bag
just stay.
to go back.
I know,
Yeah,
I'm starting leave on Tuesday, so Monday is my last day for a little while. So yeah, I could just pack a bag, man. Change my plan and just go Delice everywhere. I check it now.
You can call out on the last day too. Okay.
Okay, we'll see.
On the 30th now we have community projects where we're gonna bring back that could feeling, that
yes,
could
that
vibe.
is it. Yeah.
You check? Yeah. We Delice has always been a community of love. We don't see persons who need stuff and we not give them. We don't see people that need help and we not help them. It's all about love, right? And lately we started to see that we were pulling away a little bit, and the purpose of this reunion is to try to bring everybody back together, irrespective of what party you support, irrespective of what church you go, irrespective of what whatever the case may be.
I like that.
This is the truth. This is the truth. This is the time, the olive branch time. This is the time to say, hey, let's put what we have aside, and we're gonna come together.
Nice, because at the end of the day, I was saying at the end of the day, I mean, these are the ties that bind, eh? So, so why not
because
strengthen that bond?
When I leave and I jump on my flight and I go back to the US, at the end of the day, the person that's next to you, that's the person you're gonna see every day.
That's it.
Right?
Okay.
So why be enemy with that person, right? So we're using this reunion as an opportunity to bind the community together, bring people back. How I knew Delice growing up. That's how we want to see it go back, right?
Yeah.
So we're having a community project where we're gonna have everybody together. We identify project. We're gonna favor guy in the village, make the village look good, and trust me, the village already looking good. Man, the village is clean and nice.
Well,
flowers,
shine up.
so.
Yes, I.
Shining. The
Of
village
course,
shining.
Yes, man. Delice is
Later that
breathing.
Yeah, man. Later that evening, we have bonfire and game night. All right. So that's on July 30th. And then in the evening, we have dinner, and dance.
Papa.
And guess what? It's a formal attire style event.
You have to look for the outfits now.
Yes.
Make sure you look good.
Oh,
Let's say come here, I can
you
dress.
already
I can
know.
dress as a Toloma.
Yes. The dress you have that sweeping the floor there this morning, you could have used that
Okay,
too.
well, yeah, it's a vibes. It's a vibes.
So,
Yeah.
so that's gonna climax the night on the 30th. But dinner and dance, it's a formal attire. It's a formal attire style event. Um, so yeah. So Glory, you can take go ahead from the 31st.
Okay, so tell us for the 21st, so we have another guest waiting. Yeah, it's a
In the
two-part
wing.
series. Yes, let's go.
All right, so Friday the 31st.
31st, yeah.
Day 6, we start off with wellness again. And we have our early morning walk from the top of Delice all the way to the White River. And I know we're going to have some ambitious persons that are going to go up the Paybush Hill. And you're okay to do that also. And then we come back at the school for a health and wellness expo.
Okay.
And then there's a cardio jam to it. And in the evening we have our all-white Zouk and Compa event for that day, and that is how we end the day 6 with the Zouk and Compa. And the Saturday we go back to roots again with our market day and our roots breakfast. So right after Zouk and Compa, you just stay where you are and you eat your breakfast one time and you just continue to flow. So right now, I know Ian said look at his eyes, but it's still no sleep from tonight. So from Zouk and Compa, you stay right there and you have breakfast and you have the market day. We also on that day have our business expo and shop local. So we give our business persons an opportunity to come out and vend, network, showcase what it is that they do, and the persons in the village get an opportunity to purchase stuff to bring back. Like I said, we do a lot of agro processing. So that's your time to get your castor oil, coconut oil, cocoa sticks, and your tablets and all those things to bring back. And it's just an opportunity. We, like Ian said, we want to make sure that nobody is left behind. So we incorporate something that everybody can participate in, and it's all about wholeness for us.
Right.
So we have our business expo, and we end that night with our bouillon night, our much talked about bouillon night for Saturday. And on Sunday, which is the 2nd, we have our family and chill day. So we encourage everybody to go back to their church of choice to worship, because the first Sunday everybody was together. So the other Sunday we give you the opportunity to go to your church of choice to worship. You go have your family lunch as per usual. That's how it used to happen in the days before. Everybody go to church, lunch, and then everybody head to Fotoma. It was just mandatory. That's how Sunday rolled. You go Fotoma for sports. If there's nothing going on, you follow your parents and you go see elderly persons who are bedridden, people who are sick. So we bringing that back. So the Sunday afternoon we go down to the playing field for family fun day and sports day. Now, with this family fun day and sports day, we stick into locals. So we avoided the bouncy castle and all those things. We going back roots. So we have truck. We encourage persons to make trucks with your son, because that's something that daily people used to do all the time. 2-wheel truck, 4-wheel truck, moule van, shui, topi. We giving the people the opportunity to see those things again.
It's a holy shoshi.
Muleva and shui. Shui is you take the bottle cover and you knock the edges, flatten it, push 2 holes in there, and you put a string and you try to cut somebody.
And it's known as Shui. Only in Delice, man. That's a name. What?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Delice have its own name, but that's
We still do that. See what
What did you call it? We call it
I
shui
can't
in
remember.
there.
Shui. I like that. Shui.
And
And Muleva.
Bolivar.
Yes.
Saki Muleva.
Bolivar using the coconut is the thing like you use the coconut leaf, and you tie it, you tie it together like a cross, and then have a hole in the middle. Put a hole in the middle of this.
Oh,
I know that, but that wasn't the
The
name.
mill, like the mill. Yeah.
We had a name for this, by the way. I can't remember. We used to do that
There
twice.
was a name.
I can't remember.
Yes,
There was
Yeah,
a
Bolivar.
Bolivar.
Sure, we
Muleva.
learning things. The
Yeah.
Muliva,
Yeah.
swish, swish.
But that's the unique thing
Yeah.
about each community, because sometimes when you
Yes.
plan reunions, you don't want to feel like you copying people, but almost everybody had
Of
the same thing.
course.
It's just a different way.
Yeah.
So we did,
Right, right.
somebody
Yeah,
might
yeah,
say,
of course, yeah.
what
Oh,
is a
different
shwishwi?
name.
But when we explain it, they say, oh, that's
Oh,
you call it
yeah,
shwishwi. We
yeah.
call it something different.
Yeah.
So we used to do
Yes.
topi and all those things. So we're going to have those things. We're going to have our normal tug of wars and football and cricket and rounders. Now for the cricket, we're not using the modern bats. We're going back to coconut leaf.
Coconut.
So we're making
Yes.
coconut bats and softball, and we're just going to have fun. We're going to keep it local, and then we have each
I love
hamlet
that. I love
playing
that.
by a particular
good.
color.
Yeah.
And that has been raging on Facebook because everybody's like, they are the champ for this and they are the champ for that, and it's just going to be so much fun. So yes, and then at the end of
More again?
yes, we have a chill and chat.
man.
So normally when you come out Bodlame, well, Fotoma, you stop Blackstar. Blackstar always swinging. Blackstar used to be the place for the jam. So people would normally stop there and just continue chilling. If you don't want to, you go home. So we have that also, chill and chat in the evening. Now in the morning, which is Monday, August Monday, we have our Juve morning. And we're on the road from 4 with Sakis. We are starting again from the top of the village in Delice, and we're going down. We're keeping it traditional throughout the community. So we have the Lapo Cabwit and the Old Mass and the Sensei. Now Delice has the original Sensei. I don't know who wants to claim it for themselves, but we know Delice has the original
the Black
Sensei,
Devils.
the Black,
That's it.
right.
That's
You all are well
Exactly.
known for that. The Black Devils in
Yes.
particular.
The Black
Oh, yes. Oh,
Devils, we have the Sensei, and we have there's another one that we have, Ian, with the tree. Can't remember the name. I'm pretty sure somebody, it comes and it goes. But we had that all screw pine. Delice
Okay.
is known for having
Screw pine,
the
screw
screw
pine,
pine
screw pine.
senseis also.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we wish we had somebody maybe that could make one for us, just to bring down the tradition a little bit, because suspect we lose that.
What?
Yes, so we have that, and then we take hi-fi to go down from the playing field, go down to the riverside. We do hi-fi, which is the traditional.
So you'll be jumping up on the street to the hi-fi
We have a
music.
truck.
Yes.
We have a
Boy,
truck. Yeah, we have a truck.
those were the days in Nigeria. Remember scientific rules, A&M, and what they call it, compatrian, and wow.
And then
That was
so
it?
the August Monday really is
More
sort of-
again?
Yeah, this is the highlight, is the Fête Live Blanc. Like I said, that's what we know Delice for, especially over the summer. It's like everybody wants to go to Delice, whether or not you from Delice, you find a friend from school and you pack your bags and you go up Delice. And let me tell you, the houses were not big, so everybody sleep on floor. You have your bed, and you didn't have air mattress, so it's put comforters down
man.
and cushion, and you just made it your home. And so we have the Fête Live Blanc. So everybody will be at the river cooking on the stone. We'll have music. We also have, so that will be Fête Live Blanc. We sort of want to bring that back, call it our own, make it our own again. Fête Live Blanc. We lose it, and we have there's a reason why it got lost, and
bring it
it's
back.
been a few years, and we've grieved over it, and it's time to reclaim it. We cannot just stay it in the past and say, well, that happened,
I
and
like that.
it's a curse day. No, we're taking back our day. And we know a lot of people love Delice. So we're hoping that persons will join us on that day to reconnect, and it's open to everybody. And in the spirit of unity, there's also a one pot festival which is hosted more or less by the council, and it's
Okay.
you have to register if you want to be judged for that. But generally, you can just come early, get your free stones, and check your vibes. And so that's how Monday is going to be. And on Tuesday, we end with an island tour, and then we come back in the village just to say farewell.
Wow.
It was nice having you, and safe
I
journey
like
home.
this. I like the
This
activities
is a
that
great
you thought
week
of.
activities, man.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot.
A lot.
And the way
Yes.
you've
A
done
lot.
it, you've catered for everybody. There's something
Everybody.
in there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Where there's the gospel thing, where there's the sports day. I like how you guys are trying to bring back the local stuff, man. Yes, and that
Definitely.
sports day. Shui and Oliver. I'm looking for that one.
Yeah, that is it.
You both
Yes.
are nice. You
All
remember
right.
any name?
Yes,
But
yes,
I really have to say hats off to you all. I mean, you thought of so many things that will bring back that cohesiveness that the community is well known for, and bring back some of the traditional culture. And I really like this from the get-go. to how it ends. Well thought of, well planned. Of course, the thing is how you execute, but let's see how it rolls, and hats off to all of you. So as we end, because we have another guest waiting, as we end, just give us your closing remarks.
All right, so
okay, Lord.
Okay, I just want to shout out our core committee. Job well done. It was not easy. I mean, it's everybody know working with persons, different backgrounds, different mind process is going to be rough. But hey, we were no different, but we stuck through. The most important thing is that we kept everything inside. Everything that was not supposed to go outside, it did not go outside, and we stick to it because we know at the end of the day, it's for Delice. We were chosen for a reason to be the community leaders for that process, and we stick with it. And kudos to the core committee for holding it down. We have subcommittees, persons we asked to come on board. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on board. The persons that donated to us, corporate and our community persons itself came on.
So I know DBS Radio has partnered with you all in a big way.
Yes.
In a big way.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
We're going to have a nice little session to say thank you to our partners and our sponsors for sure. But our Delice community, thank you. The support on Facebook was great. Persons were giving ideas and suggestions, and they were very interactive. And seeing I've not seen a lot of people, but I've heard. I drive through Delice, and big thank you to the NEP. They really came out and they did what they had to do. They worked overtime, they worked in hard, and they made sure that the place was ready and it looks nice. The village council prior to they did some signage, so when you come in you don't have to wonder where is Laroche if you're not from Delice, and somebody tell you meet me Laroche.
And signage is important,
right,
of course.
so
yes.
it's right there. Meet me Delice.
There's a lot that you all have done.
Yes.
Probably next time maybe we can do a post-mortem on some other. We'll see how that goes. But we have a guest, and he alone deserves like 4 hours. So we're going to try to condense a lot of what he will tell us into that time that we remain.
And he just told me that he's from Delice.
He's from Delice.
I've never met him before, and he's so happy to have to meet somebody.
He'll talk about that when he starts. But yeah, it was really a pleasure hooking up with you all, and hats off to what you all have done for the community, by extension for Dominica. And let's see how it goes. Let's see how you execute this well, thought of, well organized schedule. Yeah?
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Of course, it's Connecting the Dots on TBS Radio.
Let us know what's going on throughout the week, all right?
For sure.
Definitely.
Yes.
All right,
Let us know what's going on.
Delice reunion on its way, man. Find your way, find yourself up there, be part of the activity, whichever way you can. And whatever activity you can join, do that.
Definitely. All right.
Reunions are always a nice thing to have.
So we're getting set for the guest, Nigel.
Yes.
Let's bring in Kofi there a little while. Let's see.
Hey yo, this is your rebel rocker Kofi, and you're tuned in to Connecting the Dots with the original Queen Ivona and His Majesty Nigel. So keep it locked, because here we connect the dots. That's what we do.
Hey, Nigel, Queen and Majesty.
But of course.
What?
Of course. Royalty, That
at royalty. What?
Yes.
I must put on a crown next time.
Queen and
I must put on a crown. Oh, Noreen, bring a little thing from your headpiece or Ted Cassie or Delia Coffee Weeks.
Yes.
Let me dress in splendor.
I mean, as a black African queen, sometimes the physical crown is not necessary.
Man. Well, yes. I don't know about that, no boy, but I'll try something. My God, I'll try something. Seriously, yeah. But Nigel, I'll still see if I can get this lady, because I want her to tell us a little about what's happening there. I might just make a spin there. You never know.
Somewhere.
Yes,
hopefully we can find Elsie to show you this.
I tried to reach her, I did not get her, but I'll try again. I heard it on news this morning. I was like, wow, that's good. That's really big.
Yes.
Okay, so our guest is taking his seat. Hey, look, I have him. Look, I'm showing him they're taking his seat. Nigel, what?
Taking his seat. Well, that's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
As he gets ready to share with us.
Yeah.
I know the first thing you're gonna tell him is that I'm supposed to call him back and I did not call him back when I was in Dominica. So,
Yes, he told me. He told me that. He told me that. He told me
Yes,
that when I
yes,
spoke
yes.
to
I told
him.
him let me call you right back, and then of course everything else was
Yes.
like going
Yes.
crazy then.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
apologies for that, sir.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was one
man.
of those moments,
I
you
know.
know.
I know. You
So
want me to give you a
you know how it is already.
I was just thinking of scrambling something quickly before we bring on the guest. It aligns with the guest as well.
Oh,
Um,
well, I mean, I should be able to hopefully get that.
well, let me see if I can.
You
Um,
know. But let me big up as well as you're trying to unscramble and scramble.
let me see if I
Yes.
can
So
scramble.
we have Delice and Tibo reunion happening almost like same time kind of a thing. So it's going to be a lot of activity down that way. Good for you. One is in the southeast and one is more north, so that's okay. But lots of activities with all the reunions as you try to unscramble something for me.
Okay, I put
Uh,
it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
yes,
8,
put
9
it,
letters.
yeah.
All right,
9
I'll give
letters.
you a little clue. I'm gonna give you the
Little clue for 9
so
letters.
it deals with the female side of what the answer will be.
Okay.
It really deals
Okay.
with the female side, eh?
All right.
But anyway, let's go. T-A-I. No, there's no I. What? I joke that, man. There's no nature. There's no. Okay,
Unscramble again.
T-A-J.
Eh.
So I took my I for J. Or I took my J for the
Okay.
I. Anyway, something like that, whatever. So T-A-J-R-T-E-M-O-R. Let's see if I have that correctly. Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
There's another E?
It's
No. Yeah, that's another E.
T-A-J-R-T-E-M-O-R.
No, there's another E. There are two E's.
Well, I know it have something to do with that there, so that must be that. It must be okay. All
So
right.
let me see.
Yes.
So
So
there are two E's. Yeah, there are two E's.
okay. 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 One. Give me no in. Okay. 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 I think I get that.
Two E's. If you see you get that, Nigel, I leave in the program and go
I think
in.
I get that.
I go
think
in
I
on
get
my
that.
business.
Because I mean,
You can stop all right.
when you talk of the guests
Mm.
and the way he used to spin that bat out there, I mean, there's nothing like being a drum major, but in that case, we'll go with the majorette.
No, I lose my
Yes.
touch.
Yes,
I give up. You see
major-
that you see my turn now and Dominica corner. Nah, I give up because
Yes.
you see today there.
Majorette.
I'm gonna put a lead on this thing. You're
Yes.
too good.
Yes,
You're too
the
good.
majorette.
I hope
Drum
Alvin not
major.
helping you there quickly.
No, well, this time they didn't help me, no?
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Who's
time
on
they-
now? We have
I will-
anybody on now still? Papa,
Well,
I
yes,
check
and
it.
this is only me alone thing on the thing, which is okay. But
I just making sure that the guest sits properly.
But he's making sure the guest is seated. That's
Okay,
why
Lucas,
he's seated. So
look
big
you
up
and
to,
I,
of
look you
course,
and I. Jack
let's
and
see,
Jill.
ambitious Joy Augustine. Good morning. She says, Rita Thomas, kudos to all. Collins Coffee, good job. Collins Coffee, good morning to you. Great job with the Mon John reunion. So I'm sure he wants to as well encourage the Delice committee as they get ready for their reunion and the Tibo. Carlton Smokey, good morning to you. He sent me something and he says Ivona is invited. So I will forward it over
Of
to
course,
her.
someone smoky.
Since I am not in Dominica at the time,
Yes.
I will send it to Ivona so
Yes.
she can attend on our behalf, on CTD behalf.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
so I will
big
forward it
business there,
over to
man.
you because she's invited.
Okay, Papa.
Yes. Carl Kofi James, of course, he says he wish he could make that reunion. Yeah, where you from, nobody? I know it's not Kinfield. He must have an original somewhere. Where is the original? From?
Tell us quickly
Yeah,
again. Look, I
Kinfield.
forget. I think he has connections different places. Like a passport
Yes.
too, kind of thing. That's my partner, self.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rebel,
so
where you from? Kinfield or somewhere else? You let us know. Yes, Rita Thomas, good morning. Melina Arling, good morning to you as well. Dave Bertrand, good morning. He said, I think I should say that. No, he said the cassava chips are a little hard. Can it be softened somehow?
And cassava ready for chewy.
Yes.
But
yes.
I've never had
So
cassava
we'll
chips.
see.
Though, so I don't know.
I haven't had it either.
No, I
so
have not.
that's something I'm going to put on my bucket list. So when I
Okay,
come back
yes.
home later on,
Mm.
Yes, definitely so. So
Yeah. It's time to bring on our guest.
To you as well. Yes, time to bring on our guest. Second part for our guest.
Yeah. But just no. We had his brother just recently. We had another brother just recently.
Well,
That was planned, man.
But I'm telling you, that
What?
those brothers there, they're like that,
Yeah.
Yes, Richo, Baba, and Francis. Yes,
Okay.
when you have one, you have all.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yes, and then of course Kelu, who used to be my tailor as well, fourth brother.
Okay. How many brothers?
Yes.
How many brothers you have,
Yes.
Rich?
There's
Francis?
4 brothers there. There might be others, but these
Well,
are the
my
4
father has
known ones.
six boys. So you have I'm the eldest. Then you have Kelvin,
Why
Kelo.
am I getting some feedback?
Then you have Anthony Totti, Nigel. I don't know if you
Oh yes, Totti. I
Totti
forgot
is
Totti.
my brother. And then you have Baba. And then you have my other brother in the UK you don't know about. That's Brian.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then.
Yes,
Brothers, Papa. Okay.
yes.
But let's
So,
bring him on
but-
officially.
Yes,
You know,
well, I've
major.
already apologized to him for not calling him back. It was a crazy week for me. So.
Yes, it was a crazy week. I know. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but it's nice to have Major Francis Richards. He's well known for his skills as a drum major. What again we can see Nigeria commandant of the cadet corps, bandmaster and artist. I mean, he did a program as well to empower inmates at the state prison.
And
I used to spend some time with him. In his place on Goodwill, because I mean the guy is so skilled and he showed me a lot of his work back then, and he was a radio host. I mean, you have plenty of things going for you, eh? A photographer, yes, the Laku program, a photographer, and much more, too numerous to mention. Yes.
I tell you, and also the first manager of the National Stadium, Windsor Park Stadium.
Okay, all right. You see, so there's so much you can add, but it's really an honor to have you on as our guest. I know you're home for a short while. You're going back to where you now call home. Yes. But yeah, it's an honor to have you on. A lot of parley for us. So Nigel, bring him on.
Yes,
Are you gonna
of
do
course,
that?
always a pleasure.
Do something like a drum major in Nigel. Do something like a commandant.
Well, I mean, as a drum major, I should have probably have some things. Yeah, I could probably spin the bat or something. You know, the way he used
It's
to
called a
spin that
mace.
thing
It's
there.
not a baton, Nigel.
mace.
It's a mace.
It's amazing.
Yes, the way he used to spin that mace.
And you know, he had a Vari doing that. He had a flyer. He did that with
Yes,
precision and flair.
Those who came after him has tried.
Yes, but they
still
can't.
trying.
They can't test Major
They're
Francis
still trying.
Richards.
They're still trying when it comes to that. Yes.
Yeah.
But welcome, man. Welcome to Connecting the Dots. We're happy you could join us here and connect with us, share the story, share the journey.
Yeah.
You know, for those who don't know, let them know a little bit more about Francis Richards and, of course, also what you're doing currently and all the rest of it, you know. So, welcome to Connecting the Dots, man. Appreciate being having you here this morning.
Well, thank you, Nigel. I happen to have seen you walking in Rose. I said, but Nigel, I gotta call Nigel.
Yes.
And one thing, but actually, Nigel, right there is a quick segue into what just happened. It's amazing that this is happening at this time, because the Delice reunion is right up into my DNA. Because actually I am from Delices, or they say Delices. My great grandmother was from Carib Delice. Everybody in Delice would know Ma Widley. If there's no way you could be in Delice and not know this famous icon Ma Widley. So she's my great grandmother. So I know Carib fairly well. And then out of that, all kinds of offshoots and spin-offs. I did some work with D-Rep, in his time, looking at the Farine. So actually, I was sent from Dexia all the way to Dominican Republic, to look at what's happening on Farine and all that stuff, and what the improvements that they made. And I came back with samples and showed what was happening on the development on Farine and what was possible for Dominica. So I'm very, very familiar with the Farine part of it. And I was also, at the time, I worked in the Ministry of Agriculture. I was responsible for the Essential Oils Project. So again, on that part of it, the bay oil and the other oils that we still, I think, if I had the wherewithal and I had a 10 cents to invest, the Patchouli project, Nigel, I don't know if you've heard of that. The Patchouli project is something that is still Dominica's green gold, I can tell you guys.
the value of the oil right now. The oil goes into the upper high expense perfumery industry, and patchouli is something that is still our green gold. I'm telling you, everybody. I would like to have an opportunity to invest in it. I worked quite a bit with Mrs. Bellot at the produce chem lab in the botanical gardens, and with all the people like Mr. Alan Guy and Errol Harris and these people, Oliver Grell, and I was responsible for the essential oils project. And when we actually tested the oil on the market, I mean, with the little that we had, trying almost the primitive ways of doing it, the industry was saying to us, how much you have, don't tell anybody about this. We want everything you have now and into the future. We want to lock that down. The reason for that is that the oil that was being produced in Asia and the other countries was the oil was actually adulterated, and our oil was pure, and they couldn't believe that existed in the world, and they didn't want anybody to know about this. It was an EDF sponsored project. And it just didn't do what it was supposed to do from the outside of my control. Let's say it that way. But it's still to be done. It can be done, and because patchouli grows naturally, it was an experiment project to find out whether in fact we had the product here on Ireland. And when we did the research, people who actually growing patchouli naturally in Grand Fort and Delice and stuff. What was happening is that they would have dried the leaves, and that would have been the perfumery for your clothes. So you put your clothes in the wardrobe, and you put some patchouli in this. And right now, Nigel, I'm telling you, I have one of my original distilled oils from 1985. It's not for sale. It's not for lend. I shouldn't even be talking about it on the radio. It is that precious. 1985, 84, 85. I'm telling you, that oil is aged, and that value of that oil right now, you wouldn't believe what that oil is on the market. I don't know what else to say, but just to repeat that I am Roots Delice, pure, and I want to big up the Delice committee, Glorine and the team. And I'll make every effort I can to go up there. And as an extension of that, what I'll be talking about right now has all the dovetails into what they're doing right now, but on a different level. And I hope something will happen. Right now, I'm resident in the U.S., but my home is here, my heart is here. Every moment I'm here, and I'm trying to see what I can do with my little 10 cents input, outside of what I've already done on the essential oils and the woodworking and the craft stuff and the band stuff and the stadium stuff and the cadet stuff and, and the photography stuff. It just goes on and on and on.
It's been a lot. The list goes on and on and on. But I'm so happy that you're here and that you've mentioned about the essential oils and the fact that we have green gold, we have patchouli and others. That it's something that we really have to get to invest in agro-processing and the gold mine that we have, the water and everything else that exists for us, that we are blessed with as a nature isle. And we have to begin to utilize it as best as we can. So we look forward to that as well, You mentioned you're from Delice, of course, but I mean, you also grew up in a sense within the Roseau, Portersville, general area, Goodwill area. What was it like?
Yeah, Roger. Again, Roger, Nigel. That comes to be easy because in the early days, I'm also a member of the amateur radio club. So I knew Fred White, who worked at DBS very, very well. After Hurricane David and stuff, I was involved in all of that. And I'm also more recently, Nigel, I'm into Tai Chi. I teach Tai Chi as an art form. So I grew up actually in Roseau. I was born in the stadium. I tell everybody my navel string is buried in the stadium. I was born in the clinic in the stadium. I grew up just down the road where the National Bank is right now. That's my Laku. It was the Dunciad, my Laku. So that's where the Laku program came from. There I went over to grammar school, And then all of a sudden I'm back in, well, went overseas to study and all that stuff in US and UK. And I came back home, and then I was being told, well, hey, the government looking for you, there's something happening. I say, who looking for me? At the time I was managing this Perky's pizzeria. And one thing led to another, and I was being told, well, okay, stadium, I say, stadium? How I manage stadium? What I know about stadium? And next thing I know, Nigel, my analogy was I was brought to the edge of the river, blindfolded, spun around, pushed into the river, and while I was falling into the river, I heard, don't come back to this shore, you have to go to the other shore. And nobody asked me whether I could swim, whether I had life jacket, whether I would take a gouache, whether I would knee. No. Here are the keys. Bye-bye. Later for you. And Nigel, in 2007, I took over the stadium, and I'm very, very proud to say, and people will probably really attest to that 2007 to 2013, that was my stadium. Everybody in the stadium knows, you have a problem, go find Major. I have staff there, Nigel.
Also,
I have staff. I tell you, Nigel. If I had a little money, I decide I want to bottle air. So I get some bottles, I get a cup, a cover, put a label on it, cover it up, and okay, I'm going to produce air now. All I have to do is go into the stadium and just point. You, let's go. And I just have the confidence, Nigel, that they would just leave, march out of the stadium. And when my good friend Gafford looks for them, they say, where's the staff? What do you mean, was the staff? But Major was here. End of story. That's how I feel, for real. And other areas I worked in, Pookies, same thing, and that kind of stuff. So, I don't know.
That's good. Good leadership right there and then,
Yeah.
But I know with time it's kind of crunch, but just generally, I mean, growing up in those days, what was it like growing up in the Roseau area?
Well, for me, most persons kind of, from a school standpoint, because of the Windsor Park, you'd expect me to have been in the Windsor Park running around.
And you don't have to mention grammar school too much. Like you can.
But come on, Nigel. Who does that? I just let you run your show still, but when I'm ready and I come in and I tell us which school you went to and how it was, you'll see.
Well, Nigel, actually, I was saying, and again, it'll come out from the discussion here, that from a DGS standpoint, I don't know if Ivona knows that, but
just tell him that he
the
didn't tell the
DGS song was composed by L.M. Christian, the same person who composed the national anthem.
You remember the song, the school song?
The greatest of all builders wrought with his mighty hands,
all that we see around us in sky and sea and land.
Nigel, sorry for you. Anyway,
the mansion he made was perfect, nor could it be otherwise. He promised the foundation, made visible with patience, a school for human eyes.
Nigel, you know it is.
All right.
Not to let me sing the old song there, Just mind me.
Alvin Thomas, good morning. Miguel Musti, good morning.
Yes. So most people would think that I would be in sports in Windsor Park. I did a little bit on that. I played with people like what's it, the allowances. Scobie and Bull and these guys.
And Bull.
Yeah, but they were. I had a different vision, and somehow I gravitated to the cadet program. When I was in school, it was almost mandatory in a way that you had to join to be in the cadet program. And I had some great guys like Jeff Joe was in my cohort and this guy.
Is that program still on though? I don't know the cadet program.
Well, it's still on.
No?
It is. It is still on. It is still on.
Okay. But the vision I had for the program, I don't think it is quite there.
It's obvious that a lot has changed, but I think they still hold true to the principle that was set from the very beginning.
Yeah.
They tried their best.
Okay.
These times are different. Back in the day, you had to have more discipline to be a member of groups like that. So a lot has changed. Yeah. But just last week, we had a program Sunday, Guides in Motion, and so they invited. So normally they invite some of the scouts, cadets anyway, to come on the program. So I think it's still on.
It's still on, but it could. Well, for me, if I were to say so myself, it could have been a lot more visible, a lot more. Like I was just thinking today, Nigel, there's this reunion in Delice, When was the last time you heard the band in Roseau? You know, just to the awareness of the band is functioning. For me, music was the real thing. I was able to include the band in the stadium when I was the manager and ensure that they had a place to rehearse in the stadium. My vision, Nigel, was to see 100 strong plus band on the stadium floor, let's say during intermission of cricket or something, or football, and to have the band parade. That was my vision, my Nigel, and because that's where I came from. So instead of going into the sports, I went into the area of the military, where I wanted to be like a Lennox Rouet and these guys who were my mentors. I mean, when you look up and you see these guys march, I say I want to be like that. And only to find out Earl Johnson was obviously my second father, and to end up being the commandant of the program was a big plus. I have an MSA because of my involvement with the cadet program. So yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so right. So can we go into the other area right now?
I know we have to talk about music, and that too is a very
well up to you.
Interesting segment. But Nigel, anything we want to know still about that guy?
Well, I know
guy.
because of the I know.
Before we move on to that section,
if we have to talk to Major Richards, it's going to be like 5 hours because he has so much to capture. I mean, you know, nobody can forget him with his camera and photography and all the rest of it. So we have so much to cover. So
yes, indeed.
You know, we can move on to the other area.
Because I know that's going to take a lot of. Huh?
No, I was just going to tell him how did you get involved in photography though? I mean, did you just like taking pictures?
Well, actually,
covered it by error.
You know, Nigel, some things I think is in your DNA you don't know. Even for you, Nigel, I mean, you are right now in radio. I don't know if you know why you got into it. It's just some things are in your DNA, and you find out later on
right.
why it is. Right now, actually, I actually created a family tree. I have about 6 generations of Richards on my tree. 500 plus names on my tree, and things I'm doing, I'm saying, boy, somebody in that family will pick up down the road. I had no idea I could do woodworking and craft stuff. I'm into laser stuff. What I'm wearing right now, I dealt with that. That's laser. My laser's running at 20,000 volts. You touch that and you're dead. All right, but so I had to modify my laser and teach. I can teach that. I can teach woodworking, and so. But then it's somewhere in the DNA, and then you have music and you have photography. My grandfather, I was told, actually I have a picture of him because I have some serious historic stuff. He would walk around carnival time with a camera, right, and he's walking around and taking pictures, click, and everybody posing for him. Only to find out at the end of the day, when you check with him, there's no film in the camera. So, oh my God, I don't know, Nigel. I just
say that again. I was kind of distracted. Say that again, because I hear something there and I check in. No boy. Say that again.
No, my grandfather.
Run that by me again.
My grandfather, Cephas Richards. He was one of the well-known, the better-known jewelers in Roseau. He lived right next to the bridge. Going out of town, he would on carnival time and those times he would walk around with his Rolleiflex camera, walking around Roseau and just taking people's pictures. Now everybody know him. Cephas, everyone do Cephas. So you pose when you bring up the camera, you pose for him. Yeah, pose. After carnival, you come and ask him for the picture. Hola, there was never any film in the camera in the first place.
Okay, Papa, mate. Anyway.
But unlike me,
okay.
Unlike me, there was a time when I thought I had
looking yellow?
I had shares in Deepex, because Nigel, every time you click that camera, all you're hearing is catching $5, catching $5. The people want you, they're posing for you, not realizing that it's unlike now. You have to process the film.
Yes, you have to.
And every picture costs X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
So I was just investing in Deepex as if I had shares in the place, right? So you bring the picture to the lady and say, as if my eyes not open. Look at how I looking. And my pose. And they don't want a picture, but I pay for it already. What am I going to do with it?
I remember my days. I used to go, when I was very young, I used to go by Errol. Errol on Hillsborough Street, I think. Going down just where Sajiko is there, just around that area.
Yes,
and look at me with my pose. And Errol will tell me to smile. But I was never a person that liked to smile. So I'm there smiling, but then he's not like, no, he's just click and gone. You have to wait there with a kind of a smile on your face and you want to cry. Anyway, that's not the story. But it just reminded me of back in the day in terms of photography. I know it was before.
So we have to say how we took pictures.
And I had a Vari, so look at me with my hand on my side and with short pants and I smiling and Errol moving picture. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Let's get to the matter at hand. Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So this, anything else, Ivona?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot more. Of course, we can talk with you another time. But we want to look at the music, and I know the bands.
Oh my God.
You're going to look at, and I know this will take a lot of time. I know we have to, interject at times. We have to talk about other things, other aspects when you bring out some of the band. So, so let's go there.
So again, I'm into music. I'm a musician. Outside of the Dominca government band, I served for 39 years in the band. I served at 29 years as a drum major for the band. So I'm into music. And in the 70s, I also ended up as naturally playing in dance bands. So I played it with Weedies and Explosions. Weedies they were both in Weedies was in Roseau on Kennedy Avenue. Explosions up in Goodwill on Princess Lane. People like Eric Charles and Dorian Simon and these guys over there. Winkle, who's dead, Gigi. I played with Slash Banis and Personal Christian and all that in Weedies. So something just like the Laku program that came to my mind and said, what happened to all those bands that just mushroomed up in the 70s and just disappeared? Why? What happened to them? That's a central question. And Ivona will mouth open until we jump up. So what happened before? What happened during that period? And where are we going now? And so that is the essence of what I'm trying to capture right now. Okay? So I am trying to capture the history of music and bands in Dominica from over the 10 parishes, over 9 decades, one unstoppable rhythm from the colonial era of 1930s Nigel to 2000. So I'm trying to cover that whole span.
That's a major project.
And it's awesome.
It reminds me as well. So we have had a lot of bands on Connecting the Dots already. But in particular, we had Rosalind Severin McLean. Nigel, remember when she was on? And she was talking about like some girls from Goodwill, from a band and whatever.
The New Dimensions, yes.
Okay.
New Dimensions, I think it was called.
Yes, the only female.
Female, all female.
I have that. I mean, and I'll tell you some more. So I'm saying, so the colonial era goes from 1930s to the 1950s. The dance. I have dance hall, but somebody said to me, take off dance hall. Me say dance band. So the dance band era is 1960s to the 1970s, and then the bouillon era is the 1990s to the present, and that journey is awesome, Nigel. Awesome.
Wow, yeah, that wow.
This is awesome.
Let me even congratulate you on taking up this huge task, but this very, very significant task. For us. So what I would like to hear as well, though, is a lot of the names of the bands that you have. So let's go there now. Let me see
So let me quickly.
Give us some names.
Let me quickly. Well, the names is coming. Let me just give you because as you'd expect, I'm all structured and
Well, of course, that is major. I know you major.
You expect that. All right. So the Dominican Music Archives Project is a national initiative to document, preserve, and celebrate the history of Dominican music before it is lost. Critical.
That's good.
Our musicians, composers, promoters, producers, sound system operators, editorial workers, and community elders have built an extraordinary musical heritage, yet much of that history remains undocumented. This project is about ensuring the future generations know Dominican music came from, where Dominican music came from, and how it is shaped, how it has shaped, or it is shaping our national identity. So, why this project?
Okay, just stick a pin there, because as you're saying this, I'm looking at a comment that just came on from Rosalind Severin McLean, and remember I just called her name, and she's saying, good morning panel, do not exclude the all-girl band, The Missing Dimensions.
It's in there.
Contact me, and she's saying contact her, of course. I wrote about our band in my book, Oceans of Thoughts.
Yes.
So
it's in there.
Okay. So Rosalind, it's in there.
It's in there, indeed. So why this project? Music is part of Dominica's collective memory. Many of our pioneers are now in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. One of the persons I really, really have to, I don't care what I have to do, is a gentleman called Clayton Baltazar. He's 92 years right now. He played in the 1950s and with bands like GJ Orchestra, where George James, who died in the fire of '63, he played with him. So I have photographs. My earliest photograph I have is from my very good friend Lennox Honey Church, 1920s, Nigel and Ivona. The band was called the Newborn Babies in the 1920s.
How were they dressed? You remember?
Oh, I can show you that. I mean, they were formal, and they were, maybe you would say, of the elite, the upper class, because you understand in those times, and so you have you have the lone pianist, right, in the band, and everywhere they would have to go, they would have to lug with them this huge piano. It's unbelievable. But anyway, we'll move on. And the earliest band I have is 1937 of Sissy Cordero in the Botanical Gardens with Cecil Bellot and the original Defense Force band of 1937. It's awesome. So I have, and so for the photography side, for me, as you would expect, to be very, very strong. But the historical side, that the backdrop to that is unbelievable. So let me move on. Why this project? Music is part of Dominica's collective memory. If we do not record their stories now, they will disappear forever. This is not simply entertainment history. It is social history. It is political history. It is the story of our people. All right. So what is the Dominican Music Archives all about? It will become a permanent digital archive containing recorded interviews, concert posters, vinyl records, radio programs, festival programs, oral histories, photography, newspaper articles, cassette recordings, musical scores, historical documents, maps of musical communities. Now, just in that alone, obviously you realize DBS has a very.
But
very,
I just thinking in that.
You know what I'm saying? You in that. DGS. I mean, I have already contacted Dean Big Time and Kiwana and all that. Kiwana had me on the program. Like, yeah. I mean, I can speak Creole because I grew up with my grandmother, but not in the same way like Kiwana. So I was more.
But she'll guide you as you go along.
I was more in my language, but anyway. But I'm there. I'm there. But as far as the vinyl records is concerned, Nigel, boy, I had an experience. I spoke with because right now I have interviewed about 49 or so different people's interviews, and one of them happened to be Signman. And Signman has a recording that people don't know. Some people don't know about it. He has a recording, he has a listing of records going way back in time, right? And it's actually, so he actually has the vinyl CD, the 33 records, and he also has 45s. And not only that, you know what blew me away? When I saw it in your studio right there, Signman has a turntable. Working turntable.
So we have our turntable right there.
Right, I saw it. Right?
Yes, you know.
Right. You would put the vinyl or the 43 on there. Now, some people, they know of 33 and 45. They don't even know of 78. Have you heard of 78, Nigel?
Yes.
So
I used to play the 45 and the larger ones.
So there was the 78, the 33, and the 45. Okay. Right? But, I mean, that kind of resource, and it's a private collection. Now, I'm sure there are other people that have similar private collections around the world, wherever they are Dominicans, and that is the kind of thing that we need to find. So we go on.
Man, I threw all what I had.
Yeah, and then, well, everybody you talk to.
No, I mean, not DBS's own, obviously. I had some of mine, but back in the day when I was a little girl, we had records, but they got cracked and everything.
Right. So and it will be freely accessible to researchers, schools, musicians, and the Dominican public. Now, that's the kind of appeal I'm trying to make, and thank you guys for allowing me to be on the stage to do just that, because I didn't know how yet, but Jar alone, there are some incidents, and let me tell you.
I just called you yesterday because somebody could not make it again.
Nigel, I'm coming in at the airport. I just boarded my favorite taxi, Unis taxi service, no matter how many times. I'm on the vehicle, I'm in the front seat. He picked up two other persons on the bus. I didn't even see when that happened. And we're coming down to Rosa. I'm telling him what I'm doing on the project. And that guy says to me, "Sir, do you have anything on Midnight Groovers?" I say, "Sure. I mean, Groovers is fundamental to the entire project." He says to me, "My name is what he said now. It is I forgot his name right now, but he was an original member of Groovers. He played Groovers from night." I said, all the hair on my skin stood up on that bus. You like sometimes you're doing something and you have validation. Yes, you are doing the right thing, because Jah just
Yes.
put in your place. Like now, I was called me last night and right there, boom, 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 I'm ready. I was already, as if I knew I was already ready.
Okay, yeah. I
You
think
know?
yesterday afternoon, late yesterday afternoon.
I was ready.
Because the flyer was already done, and then the person could not come on again, and then I say, okay, let me see where I can get this quickly. And I call your brother because I understood that you are here in Dominica. But you mentioned the name Eunice. Eunice, you came on Eunice Taxi Services.
Yes.
That's this gentleman. I'm trying to remember. Is it the same Eunice? He's the same driver.
Eunice has been a staple in
Is
taxi
this
driving.
gentleman? I'm just trying to put a picture to the name, because I think Nigel, once you had to have this gentleman on connecting the dots, years ago, and
You-
it
you-
did not
you need
it
to.
did not come
You
through.
need to. This guy is.
But it's interesting that you mentioned that name, so you just brought back that to me, so we should have him on soon.
Oh yes, that's critical.
Yes, I
mean,
think a family member sent me his number
I have it.
around the time it was his birthday, and we had to have him on.
Yes.
So, okay.
He's Vincent Eunice.
Right, c'est bon.
So
That's
I would,
it.
I would call him anytime I call him. Say whoosh, because he's red skin.
He's red,
I say,
yes,
"Whoosh,
of course.
I'm coming home. Okay, done. No problem.
Yes, I think he stays where he stays now. Is it Emzal? Anyway,
I think so. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, so okay. So
interesting.
this is modern music.
somebody's on the line. Well, let me see the person want to talk to you. I know you like to flow nicely, but sometimes we want to hear what the callers want to say. Hello, connecting the dots.
Good morning.
Let's go quickly.
Yes, good morning.
Uh-huh.
Listening to Major Richard is like you getting a whole combination of what you go through back in the 70s and 80s. And that's very good that he is
Okay.
documenting that.
Sure.
And I am very pleased that his roots is from Delice. I know my Whitney very good.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So there's
I
a.
know my Whitney very good. And I know he knows me, but he doesn't know me by name.
So maybe after the
But he
program
knows
you
me by
can,
face.
after the program you can call and we can see if we can establish some contact there. But nice, keep on listening because there's a lot I know he's going to divulge. He's going to talk about. Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Alrighty.
All right. So this is modern music. The archive tells the story of villages, schools, independence celebrations, hurricanes, national identity, churches, carnival, migration, youth culture. Music becomes a lens through which we understand Dominican history. So what makes this project different? Most Caribbean music history focuses on recordings. We are documenting the people behind the music, Ivos. We're documenting the musicians, the teachers, the broadcasters, the DJs, the festival organizers. Everyone has a story. The arrangers, the promoters, the sound engineers, the cultural officers, the audience. Right? The research. This project is based on rigorous historical research. Sources include newspapers, archival documents, interviews, academic research, government publications, photographs, private collections, oral history. Where possible, every historical statement is verified through multiple independent sources. Okay, so now unless you want to ask me something different, I can explain to you the essence of the.
Well, I know there are some things you'd have to maybe just cut short in your. I know you like precision, you like order and all of that because I'm looking at the time, and I really want to hear some of the bands.
Okay, so
but it's not just Dominica, obviously, as you said, it's Caribbean music.
Yeah.
And we know that Caribbean music was defined heavily by the birth and rise of ska and rocksteady and all of that. So I'm really looking forward to that part of your discussion when you come on to give us the information in reference to what you have already documented along those lines.
Okay, so I have created an app, actually a website, and that it's a work in progress. But what I think I want to showcase is for instance, I have a listing of I have a WCMF archive, which is the World Creole Music Festival archive. I said I managed the stadium from 2007 to 2013. I closed my eyes and I'm already in the festival all now. So from 1997 to 2025, we had 29 years of production, but 25 editions of the festival, right? And on that I can click on any year on the festival. I can tell you which band played on which night, night 1, night 2, night 3.
C'est bon.
I can tell you how many Dominican bands played in the festival from 97 to now. I can tell you how many times they played. So for instance, I can tell you from let's give an idea.
That's a big project there, boy.
Let's say,
Wow.
Oh yes, oh yes.
so let's say, for
Massive
instance,
project.
WCK played 18 times, Groovers 14 times, Triple K 14 times, Swinging Stars 11 times, First 78 10 times, all the way. I can also tell you foreign bands. Kassav has played 11 times, Tabu Combo 8 times, Carry Me 7 times,
Only
T-Vice
7,
5 times, and it just goes on and on and
Kassav
on.
11 times, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, I felt it was more.
Right?
All right.
So I have all of that already documented. That's only for the Creole Festival by itself. So that itself, and what's interesting, I think for me what's interesting there is 1997, the first year with and Gordon Henderson, and I'll tell you about the interviews in a while. Gordon Henderson was the face of the festival in 1997. In that time there were 13 performances, 1-3. Guess how many we had in 2025?
Guess how many we had in 2025? Sorry, I was kind of distracted because I'm looking at a comment, Nigel, and somebody saying, Vado saying, I miss you on the Laku, being the original host. But somebody else saying, morning, Francis, Ivadne again. Boy, if you have a vary. Anyway, and somebody talking about you shining. Anyway, well, so sorry about that. Go with the question. Let me see if I can rack my brain there.
Well, again, Nigel, listen, as another segue. No matter where I am in the world, you call me any time of the day or night, and my response is nafternoon. So you know where nafternoon comes from. No matter what time you call me, it's nafternoon. All right, that's Felix for me all the way. So that was nafternoon. All right. So I was saying, I was in 1997, the first edition of the Creole Festival. There were 13 activities, and so let me just tell you, we had RSB. RSB actually was the first band on the festival.
Big up Root Stems and Branches, the man Kofi and the rest.
The first voice on the the first voice on the festival as well was Maxime. Right? Powell.
Yeah,
first voice.
Yeah, man.
The first MC was Franklin.
Moses.
Right? That's 1997. So they have that distinction for them. And if Maxime is listening right now, he would be very, very proud to know. Well, he knows that already anyway. So you had RSB, WCK, Frankie Vesse, Roughneck, Tabu Combo, Zouk Machine, Magnum Band, Night 1. Night 2, Taxi Creole, Ophelia, Nelly Star. Night 3.
You going for all the nights? Okay, go ahead. Night 3 now.
Exile 1, First 78, Midnight Groovers. Right?
That was just it, 3 of them, 3 bands?
13. No,
Night 3, Exile 1, Midnight Groovers, First 78. Or Night 3?
You feel short of festival then.
Boy,
no, but here it is. And then in 2025.
Yes.
And actually, I had a short discussion with Marva. I hope she understands what I'm trying to do. Her own information, actually. Right? In 2025, I want you to guess between you and Ivos and Nigel. Guess how many bands we had in 2025?
In all 3 nights. Wow, it's a lot, It's a lot.
Give me a number.
Probably gonna say it might be about
25 to 30.
Maybe
more
because
than
if you
30.
have maybe like
Boy,
6,
a lot,
7 a night, so maybe 8, 9 a night, so maybe like close to 30.
I was saying 25 to 30. It could be a little more than 30.
I had an epic interview with Wadix at my home, and Wadix was saying to me, well, the numbers I have there, that's what's on the poster. Okay? I'm only pulling out what I have on the poster. He said there are some times or some nights that the actual persons on the poster didn't actually play. But anyway, the actual number I have is 45, 13 to 45.
Yeah.
Now, if you plot that on a graph, you can see the actual trajectory.
Wow.
Now, what's that telling us? Is that significant? Do we have to what I don't know what's the answer to that? I don't know. My job,
I think it's on the plus side of things. I mean, it's a major accomplishment if you look at that. I mean, some people will tell you maybe some of the bands were not supposed to be there. Fine, but if you go from that number to where you are right now, I mean, that's a lot. It speaks about the growth and of Caribbean music and not just Caribbean obviously, but we're speaking more of Dominica Caribbean music now. So
right. No, so that everybody will have their own way of looking at it. But having said that, I have actually written what I want to do. Ultimately, people will ask me, so why are you doing this? And I'm not funding. Nobody asked me to play my.
So you're doing this on your own?
I play my passage.
I remember once we had a lot. We had all the flyers, not the flyers, not the of the World Creole Music Festival from the very first one to the end. The big.
I have all.
You have all of them?
I have all of them.
Wow.
Right.
We had a lot of them at DBS
Right.
at some point.
So I had to do a lot of research on pulling teeth, and I have all right now. So I can tell you which years, the four years that we did not have festival, to COVID, Erica and Maria. I have all that stuff. All right. Yeah. So again, so I just jump on a plane and come at my home. I live in Pottersville at my home. But this thing requires some serious funding to make it happen. So I want to produce a book. I'm already.
And you came from Dunciad, you say?
Dunciad. My yard is Dunciad.
No pun intended, but yes. Dunciad, where you came from, and you're so smart, eh? That's good. That's good.
Oh, I was, you something else. Yeah, my yard. Well, Duns as in the Duns. I don't know my.
Dunn Street.
Have you ever?
Well, yeah, the Dunn Street. Yeah, we had right. We have had guests who told us about this, but right. I mean, when you know what Duns means in local palace, so.
But so yes, so that's the whole idea. So let me go into. You wanted to find out about bands. So like I said, I just showcased the number of Creole Festival bands, but I also have.
I remember when Buck with Zydeco came. What year was that again? You know that quickly. Buck with Zydeco, and there's this Louisiana band. Or I remember when I interviewed them on radio.
That is something I need to put in the catalog, so I can plug in the name and I know what year.
Oh, so you haven't reached that stage as yet.
That hasn't gotten to that yet, but yes, I will.
Buck with Zydeco.
Okay? Yes, indeed. So then the other thing that's really interesting is the Calypso side, Nigel. I have a listing of first of all I visited the Calypso house on Valley Road. So in there they have a board that was done by my very good friend Avis Talbot, if she's listening. So on there they have a listing of all the calypsos and so the board is from 1957 to 2057. So the 100 names that's possible on that board. So,
all the calypsos or the calypsonians?
No, hold on. Yeah, no, the monarchs, calypso.
Oh, okay,
monarchs,
all right.
Right.
I get you.
So right now there are 70 names on that board. Right. And Nigel, I can tell you every single calypso monarch from 1957 to now. Okay, I can tell you, and from 1960, well, actually even the first year, the song of the Ashton the Observer Memorial, and you know Nigel, I was talking to Honorable Blackmore, who is as you know a calypso aficionado, and I was just realizing that from 1957, the first calypso, there has been controversy. I interviewed Harvey Shillingford, who actually was the one who started the first Calypso show in Dominica in 57 and 58 before he handed over to Harrigan. And the controversy on that is he couldn't tell me definitively what song or who was the first Calypso monarch. Was it Observer or was it Avenger?
That's 1957, you say, right?
1957. And so from day one to now there's controversy. Right?
Oh yeah.
So on the board, on the Calypso board, they have Ashton the what's it now?
Observer.
Ashton the Avenger, Ashton the Observer Memorial as the first Calypso. Is that one? Is that how I have it? No. In 57 they have the Avenger as the first Calypso king. Now. I interviewed Robin, Mighty Robin, who seems to be or has been the Calypso historian of sorts. Because when they wanted to do the board, they asked him the question, and he said to me, "I told the present observer." So there has been a previous observer, and you have observer right now. And he told observer, who was then the Calypso president, that the board has a fault. In his opinion, from his knowledge, the first Calypso king is Ashton the Ashton the Observer Memorial, who was known as Trini in 1957. He is supposed to be the first Calypso king, and he also is supposed to be the first Calypso king in 58. So first and second. So Memorial is supposed to be so Observer 57, Observer 58, and then you have Avenger. So the board has a little controversy. So on my app, on my website, I'm telling you.
Okay,
That's
so
what
you'll
I have,
correct that.
right?
I don't rush you, but I know you have a lot of other
Right.
stuff
So-
to look at looking at
right.
the time.
Yeah. So then we go all the way down to I have all the Calypso Kings. I have 90% of them, 99% of them. Their first and second songs, and then I have all the road match kings and all the road match songs. Now, some of the road match kings may not necessarily be the same Calypso monarch, right? So I have all that, and also significant on that, Nigel, Tasha P and Joy being the only two female Calypsonians in 70 years. Tasha P won twice and Joy won once in 70 years, all right? That's another significant finding there. And then, so that's that. And then we go into the, she wants to find out about the names of the bands. That here is an interesting thing. Right now, I have, when I add the dance bands, the bands that are off island, I add the choral groups, I add the traditional groups, I add the still bands. I have over 268 individual entities. Dance bands alone, Nigel, and Ivona, I have 193 bands. Now,
Yes, sir, yeah.
now the way I did it was to superimpose those bands on a Dominica map. So the 10 parishes, I can tell you at a glance
covered.
which bands came from which parish or from which part of the island. Okay, so let's say very quickly. So let's look at the parishes, the band map. So if I click on let's say Portsmouth Parish of St. John, I have 17 bands listed there. Axis, what's it now? Friends and Family, Lawrence Brothers, MFR, Milestones, Modules, Pure Honey, Sticks and Stones, that's Gordon Henderson's first band. Stone Bloods.
Sticks and Stones?
Yeah, Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones as Gordon Swiss band.
People don't know that.
He was a guest. I think he would have mentioned this. I
interviewed Gordon for 11 hours, people. 11 hours on 2 separate occasions, 5 hours, 11 hours, non-stop.
Wow.
I just recently interviewed so many people. Anyway, so let's go to the let's say for Roseau, for instance.
Tell me about Roseau.
If I click on Roseau, I have Roots, RSB, African Stalwarts, All Stars Band, B Blood, Baby Jazz Band. That's what's it now? Carol Phillips.
Baby Jazz Band.
Yeah. Carol Phillips' father. So yeah. So I'm going all the way back. I have Black Roots, Blazing Boys, Boston Hot Shots, Booyah Unit, B Plus, CG Philip Jazz Band, C Square, Casby Brothers of the 30s and 50s, Christos, Cliché, Connection Band, Danger Band, Eclipse, Diamonds, Boys and Them, Effects, Every Mother's Child, Exile One, and what's it now? For Rosalind's, what's it now? Where's her
the new dimensions of it?
New Dimensions.
Missing Dimensions.
Missing Dimensions.
Yep. Right? Yeah, Missing Dimensions. All of that stuff.
So a lot in Roseau, right?
Yeah. 132 in Roseau. Right?
Yeah.
And what I found was interesting was the majority of the bands seem to have come from the West Coast, from Portsmouth all the way down to Scott's Head on there, and you'd expect that. But on the East Coast, I have, let's say I go to St. Andrews, for instance. The parish of St. Andrews, I have Bionics, Black Affairs, Bright Flames, Changes, Examples, Exerters, and hear this here. It's going all the way. The St. Andrews goes all the way from Vickers down to Marigot. I was talking to Frampton, Earl Frampton. He tells me, "Well, have you heard of this band?" I'm gonna freak you out. The name of the band is Leve Pete Queve Combo.
No man, who does that? I mean, come on, man. Leve
Pete Queve Combo.
And that's the name of a band?
In Vickers, yes.
Leve Pete Queve Combo.
Yes, sir.
Queve Combo, right? And so you have New Examples, Night Clouds, and then you have the Pat Stevens Orchestra. That was a very interesting situation. I got a call from Pepe, who's from Wesley. He was one of the leading guitarists for Swing Stars. And if you hear this guy's story, it's almost like a repeat of the Laku program. This guy's story from where it started is phenomenal. All right, so that's that.
Wow, we had Black Affairs. We had so many. I mean, if we have to go on and talk about the names of the bands, Liquid Ice, Man, Drum, Mammoth.
Tell me about it.
Wow.
So
I played a song just on radio last week and this week as well. Tower of Love, that was written by Pat Aaron. And the amount of people that call and there's open discussion, about the bands.
But
very good.
I want to big up to Kiwana. When I spoke to Kiwana tells me, have I heard of the band her father played in?
Oh yes, her father.
Deluge. I never heard of it.
And what's the name of the band?
Deluge.
Okay.
And she has
he was on the cover for Jacket with his Mel's bottom and his big afro as well.
Nigel, this thing is just awesome.
Stanislas Fontaine, yes.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
Yes.
So the idea for this program right now, as a quick pitch, let me just see if what else I want to say. I don't know how much more time I have. Okay, so why now? Why now?
Why now is what? Oh, why not? I forgot know the name of a band. I check it.
No.
Give me the name of the band again. You tell us that I was right. Did but I stop about Leve Pete, whatever.
Leve Pete Quave combo.
Leve Pete
Quave combo from Vickers.
From Vickers.
Yes. So, and there are other bands, because for me, every time I talk to somebody else, I get a new band.
You get a new band, yes.
It's awesome. And each band has its own story. Each band, for instance, like when I interviewed Chubby at my home, I interviewed Cole, I interviewed Philip Hosford, Swinging Stars, I interviewed Bing, I interviewed Norman, I interviewed Brian Rock just this week. He's all the way in Chicago, right? I've interviewed Gordon, of course, in France. Actually, just yesterday I got a call from Anthony Gussie. Gussie is
that's my boy, my partner,
all the way in La Reunion. In the Far East. It's 8 hours difference. So right now I have a schedule to call him tomorrow, so I know what time it is. It's about 10 o'clock in the night for him, 8 o'clock my time, to interview Gussie. And it just goes on and on and on. There are people, Gramax, for instance, right? I was rather very close to Kevin before he passed. But I am close. Yeah, I'm close to Bolo, who's still alive, the drummer for Gramax, and that Gramax story is a story that has not been told. And I was something I really want to highlight is most of the bands who actually recorded or were around in the 70s, including my band, Weedies and Explosions. We went across to.
What's your name of your band?
Weedies.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Remember, Weedies, the slash band is
slash band is, and not because we smoke Weedies. It's just that most of the bands,
also okay,
the names of the bands somehow tell you, like the Black Affairs, the Black Roots. It tells you a story about the time.
That's it. That is rooted in our history.
Yeah, it tells you a story. Why does you know what I mean? Yeah. So what I was talking to Lloyd Emmanuel, for instance. He played in Swinging Stars, and he also playing Music Lovers right now. And he was telling me about the days when he actually went across to Guada, and a number of the bands experienced that, where guys 5, 6, 7, 8 guys Nigel and Ivona in one room. They leave their Dominica, go across to Guadeloupe. It was a big thing. So you go into record. No, that's for you. It's like you go to heaven, you go and buy Debs to record. Like we did, for instance, we recorded and I never saw the album. Anyway, but the kind of horror stories that guys have, that is untold.
That's it. Yeah.
Guys in there for weeks eating sugar cane.
That is so true.
Sugar cane.
Because there's a documentary we have with on Bell's Combo. No, on Gaylord's Power Union, and Dennis Joseph tells you about those things, what the guys had to go through, but they were determined to stay together as a band.
This is awesome. Morning, noon, and night, sugarcane. Actually, I just called Big Six because also he's my schoolmate, Bell's Combo. So those stories that are untold, and now, so when I asked Lloyd, so why did you guys do this? Everybody had this vision, but one day we'll make it. So it's almost like you have to no pain, no gain. So you have to go for that to make it. And so like you have songs like from Exile 1, Nous toi by poignet. Those kinds of people the story they don't know.
They were powerful stories from
So I go now. So why now? Because history has a deadline. Every year we lose pioneers whose memories disappear with them. No archive can replace stories that were never recorded. Right? Now who can help? The archive belongs to every Dominican. We invite people to share old photographs, cassettes.
Well, I have some cassettes, so I may have to
festival
share some
programs, letters, musical instruments, concert posters, vinyl records, newspaper clippings, band uniforms, personal memories. Nothing is too small, right? So the long-term vision of the project is to establish the most comprehensive archive ever created on Dominican music. A resource that will serve schools, universities, journalists, tourism, students, researchers, musicians, government, and future generations.
Wow.
Okay?
This is a massive, boy, that's a massive project.
It is a massive project.
Seriously, and yeah, I have some,
yeah.
I have some in terms of archives. I have some as well in terms of cassette. I remember when I interviewed Nasir Fontaine, and he cried, and he was telling me the story about he growing up in Catbois, in Bagatelle, you know, and what he went through.
I interviewed
So all those things are documented. I remember as well when the World Creole Music Festival was born, I was a young announcer on radio doing the rhythm of the day then. And Wadix and Eddie Tulo, they would come to the studio, and Wadix would be walking from Fortune Hotel after a meeting to the studio for lots of records in his hands, you know. So there's a lot when you're documenting that you have to capture. But I'm really very happy. I mean, we are ending soon, but I just have to say this. Yeah, I'm happy that you undertook this.
Definitely so. So I mean, Francis, in terms of access to that, because someone was asking earlier. By the way, Smokey has also mentioned that someone like Starret Francois.
Oh, there's so many.
Someone you should talk to as well.
There's so many.
A lot in Nigeria. Remember, we have had a lot of musicians too on Connecting the Dots, you know.
So many.
So you probably
that
want
give
to
us the
connect with
stories
him if you can. But in terms of access to this, how will one have access to this at some point? What is the plan?
Well, okay, the plan is for one, and by the way, in terms of the focus of the project, because right now I have over 190 something bands listed. Now remember the program is listing the bands as opposed to individuals, because every individual who played in a band is important. So you have this like Swing Stars, these 12 guys. Each of these guys are important. Now, if I were to try and document every single musician, well, it would be thousands and thousands.
Yes,
thousands,
I tell you.
right?
And that document is a document that will go on and on and on, you know, because there are other aspects that you can look at even as you go on. Yeah.
Man. So just to give you an idea of the kind of people I have already interviewed: Afi Martin, Daryl Phillip, for instance, like, and we haven't even spoken about Bouillon yet. Where did Bouillon start? Why Bouillon? And I have all of that. I've interviewed Ra, I've interviewed Cornell, actually I will be interviewing Keith coming up, and so many of those areas. Now that's individual, and again also to corroborate. So what Ra would tell me, and what Cornell will tell me, and what Keith will tell me, and Wackers as well. I've interviewed Bernie Bird. I've interviewed so many people that would the stories. Now I have to now find a way to sift through that and pull out the relevant information for the archive, right?
Wow.
So the access to that, Nigel, the question is that it will be. I'm preparing a website. Now even on the website, as I have it, I have a master let's say what do you call it now, dashboard. Now on that dashboard, you will see the entire spread of the research, but I can grant you permission. So let's say you want to know about the Calypso. Let's say you're a Calypsonian. I can give you access only to the Calypso page.
Okay.
All right, but everything has to come from me because at the end of the day, this copyright thing is actually, and one of it, I'm talking about copyright, guys. One of the things I have found on this research that's actually major is that area of copywriting. Two things on that. You can either have the business of music or the music business. That is two separate things.
The business of music or the music business.
Music business. So I have at length discussed that with Gordon. I have spoken to Mark Murray as well, as you'd expect, and that's one of the fundamental Achilles heels that we have in our music industry. I have spoken to, let's say I've spoken to Graham Groovers. I'm asking Chubby, so in all what you've done so far, how many records that you have? And he was struggling to remember exactly how many records that you've done. You know, and then so in all of that stuff, how much copyright or how much are you getting in royalties for you? And we have a serious thing, Nigel. So right now I'm going to try and pursue the legal people to understand. I have already spoken to Mac Murray and to Gordon on the SASEM, because I don't know if you know that
Gordon, of course,
we know. Gordon is the only Dominican who has risen to the highest level of SASEM.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So there's SASEM, there's ECHO, there's PRC, there's also there are jurisdictions. So the French area, Anglophone as opposed to the Caribbean, all that kind of stuff. And the musicians, I don't know if they understand that. Because again, when I interviewed Giant Azuz, she said to me, Richo boy, in those days we were just playing music. So we playing hopscotch, we playing marble hole, we playing outro.
The business side of it that wasn't there.
Playing. Nothing
Yes,
about
the business side wasn't part of the whole thing.
And it still persists today. Now I've also interviewed Shelley as well. Now Shelley has a different approach to the business of music, as you'd expect, as a graduate. And then we go into a whole other area of bouillon and nasty business and all that stuff, and everybody has their opinion on that, and it's a whole other melting pot, my friend. Now we have to.
But that's exciting times for you. I'm very happy that you're undertaking something like that, and somebody like you always determined to to see it come to fruition. So I know you'll go the extra mile.
What's the support that you need from people generally?
Well, I just said
to send things like cassettes and photos,
send things to you.
Memorabilia and things.
So here we go again. Who can help? The archive belongs to every Dominican. We invite people to share old photographs, cassettes, festival programs, letters, musical instruments, concert posters, vinyl records, newspaper clippings, band uniforms. Nothing is too small. So at this point in time, let me just give my contact information as well.
Right.
So to contact me, I reside in Texas, but my Dominica WhatsApp number is 767-275-4587. Repeat.
All right,
767-275-4587. My email is francis.richards2011@gmail.com. So it's Richards, RICHARDS. So francis.richards2011@gmail.com. So then I will be able to give you access to the site. And then you can take it from there, and so that's the idea.
And what's the US access for those who are in the US?
US.
For those who are outside of
US.
so unable to get.
Indeed, US is 1-210-386-0779. Is it 210 or 201? Wait, boy, 210, whatever. It's Texas.
Yeah, it's 210.
210.
Yeah, all right. But
210.
before we end on Nigel, let's just take some comments quickly as it pertains to that segment of connecting the dots. Let's see if we can just read out some comments. As to go along.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit as well.
Let me see. That's Delice. That was Delice.
Let's
go
Sensei Dominica.
Sensei, okay, of course, he has enough stuff.
Please, no problem with that, Richo. No worries. Contact me as well. We can make this happen.
Rosalind is saying Nigel as well.
Yeah.
Rosalind is saying that she has 78 records from her dad.
Oh man, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
And Winnie Green says, of course, we need to go back to that. Stop bringing
Winnie. Yep.
Jamaican something. 45 number. Okay, that was when we were talking about number of people that performed at the Creole Music Festival from 13 to 45.
Okay.
This is a wonderful project and should be well supported from Winnie Green. Don't forget Style Rock.
Oh,
Style
there we go again. Style. This is Style. I have an iconic photo of Style that I shot at the Creole Festival. Style. And again, we go way back in time. Winnie, Style. Indeed.
Yes. And as I mentioned earlier, Smokey Carlton Francis mentioned about
Smokey.
Starrett Francois out in Thibault. Can give you more information on some of the bands that were in Thibault as well. What Winnie Green says, Richard, you should be applauded for bringing that project to task. Rosalind Sever McLean, Dean is a lawyer for entertainment business.
Serious.
Vadu want to be in your business. She said, I thought you lived in Canada. So there's Vadu, I can say that about you. That's okay.
You mentioned that somebody said that DA needs a lawyer for entertainment business. I think we had Michael Henderson twice as a guest on our program, and I know we did, and she's doing studies in that area.
Well, there's several. There's Michael.
There are quite a few.
There's Janet Jackson. That's the daughter of Ian.
Yeah, and Janet Jackson as well is doing that as well.
Critical. I mean, I interviewed Kalti as well as Benji, and so somebody I had on my list, I haven't gotten him yet, is Asa. So I want to go to the heart. So it's not me saying. My job is to document this stuff and let the chips fall where they have to fall. So I want to maybe interview is this not Benji?
Isa?
No, the other one who's in. Well, he's
You talking about Shelly or?
no, this nasty business was it?
Rich.
Rich.
I want to interview Rich to understand why
He speaks very well. Though,
why,
so, yeah.
what happened, how we, where we going? Because some people are bleeding, saying, "Boy, we're going to lose our bouillon if we go that way." So I want to understand why, how, where we going? Because I mean, when I interviewed Cornell and people like Shelley and Benji and Wadix, that's for Wadix. Their view as to where we're going, and and I'm saying, well, you know what, the maths have to be mathsing. If it appears to be that the nasty business is the one that bringing in the money to the producers, then how do we balance that and to give people the liberty to do and to express themselves? But but then people have the moral standing and all those areas. It's not for me to judge. Put it on the table and let's deal with it. That's a huge undertaking, as I have to say again. I may sound like a stock record, but I'm very happy that you're doing this, and I know that you will get help. As musicians in particular, they like to talk about, how they started and things like that.
They can't wait.
So I know you'll get help in that regard.
And even just looking at the musicians from a gender standpoint.
I was just about to say that. Let us look at the demographics as it relates to women and men, and women in particular.
Exactly.
I was just about to say that.
Because look at the Calypso. In 70 years, you have two females.
Yeah.
Then you have the whole
we had Calypso Queens, but you're talking about the monarchs, the two female monarchs.
Yes, the monarchs.
Yeah. Then you have the whole musical area with people like Ophelia and stuff. How do we highlight that? How do we bring the female part of it to bear? And what part have they played, and what part they can play?
Oh, I tell you, and we are pregnant with music in Dominica. Just in Dominica alone,
awesome.
You can go back to La Genetoise Chorale and the others, Souffle Motai Chorale and all the others. Sonia Lloyd and all the so much.
I interviewed. I just started interviewing. I didn't finish because I was doing Tai Chi yesterday afternoon. Pearl Christian at the home, and then I'm going to be calling Jennifer White. These people have because. We're talking about it today, but I'm really going deep into our DNA. What happened before today?
Yes. What paved the way for where we are today? Who paved the way?
So I have bands didn't die because talent ran out or tastes simply changed. They died because structural conditions, infrastructure, economics, technology, natural disasters changed, and they came back when a new generation built new structures. This is a story about resilience, not decline. That's where we are, right? Yes. And it says, if we preserve our music, no, this is critical. If we preserve our music, we preserve our history. If we preserve our history, we preserve our identity. That's what I want to leave. I will say it again.
Nigel, I know we'll have Richard on next time. I mean, we can do it via Zoom wherever he is, because I would really like a follow-up on where the project is, maybe in 3 months from now. Because this is massive. Yes. This is a huge undertaking. Let me just congratulate you for this.
Thank you.
More people now are aware of what you're doing in that regard, and I know you're going to get a lot of calls.
I interviewed Raymond Lawrence
Definitely
so. I mean, I want to again big up the people in the cultural division, Ulson, and it just goes on.
A lot. So Calypsonians too, and all of this, you'll be speaking. You'll speak to Lord Funder and Mighty DBS and Rock Soccer, don't you?
But I mean, see again for the Calypso start, I said I have all the Calypso road match songs, and again those road match songs speak a different volume to what the Calypso Monarch would have been, even for the same year.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yes. Well, yes, I know we'll invite you again. God willing, obviously, we'll invite you again, because there's so much we have to talk about. You need like 5 hours, but. We'll do it incrementally. We'll go along and make it work. Yes, but I'm very happy, as I said, that you're doing this. I'm happy that you brought this to the fore. I'm happy that I called you. You see how things work out?
I'm telling you.
Sometimes you have to listen. The universe speaks. You just have to listen. The answers are always blowing in the wind, and we just don't. You see?
Yes,
I called your brother. I called you. I did not get you. I called your brother immediately. I got him, and he said me, okay, I'm going to let him. You get him. And then you're calling me, and then voila, you're on a flyer.
It's already written in the stars.
Yes.
It's already written.
So yes, but we have to end.
Destiny.
Yes, we have to end. So let me thank you.
It is.
And you come from Dunciad.
I
like that name, Dunciad. Me, if I was from those side, I'd say nothing. But then again,
I am from
dance doesn't mean.
I am from Carib. I'm from Carib Delice. I mean, right in the middle of the reunion.
Oh, boy.
I'm from Carib, Widley, Delice. That's my roots.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right, all right. So, of course, if you wanted those who are asking for the contact, you can get him at francis.richards2011 @gmail.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Right. And then, of course, his number in Dominica, Weiss is here, is the 767-275-4587. And the US one is 210-386-0779.
That's correct.
So that's all the contact information. You can get in touch with him, share what you have, find out what's going on so you can access this. A great project. I want to wish you success on that.
Yes, man. Big
Definitely
success. But I don't say you have Vari, but you work your Vari.
Anyway, oh, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, in which I can assist, we'll be there to assist as well.
I want to say, I want to say a little plug in for GIS. I mean, again, see, I think Nigel and Ivos is what you've done in your past that speaks to you. So I would call somebody and who is this? This is the major. End of story. All door open. I'm going to explain well who are you, where you come from. So I went to GIS and they were able to open the doors to me. Toussaint gave me some of his private collections. It's amazing.
Yes,
I haven't even touched that yet.
All right, so we have to run though, but stick around with me after the program. We'll run our vibes.
Yes, indeed.
Nigel, it's also a pleasure. By the way, next week we have 1 hour. I think last week I made a mistake and I said it was this week, but next week we have 1 hour. So we'll be on from just 9 to 10 next week because of live coverage or something. But I look forward to next week already. I mean, I just love the program, man. It's a good vibes, Nigel. Yeah, man, it's a good vibes. We involved in there.
Connect.
Yeah, man.
Good vibes as we connect, I hope Rich will listens on a Saturday wherever he is.
Well, he had better listen from now.
And he connects with us 9 to 11 every Saturday.
We'll do. I'll plug in, definitely.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. Richo is so multi-talented. I mean, I went to Richo's place and he showed me what he was doing whilst he was in Dominica just before he left. And I'm like, what? Yes. You're doing all of this?
Yep. I mean, I'm proud to say that my workshop, I can challenge anybody at the time that they couldn't touch my workshop. No matter any tool I needed, I had. And again, I would modify something I get right now of the internet. I change it right away to what I want.
Yeah, man.
So it's awesome.
We don't even talk about that aspect. But anyway, next time. So all the best. We have another program. It started already. So it's time for DG Fun Time. Thank you, Richo.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nigel will connect again next week, God willing. All of you online.
Connect again, as always.
All of our people. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you tomorrow when it comes around. Iman Lavinia.
Okay.
Gerald Johnville, same thing. Lots of birthdays in the family. Enjoy.
Okay, niceness. All right. Take care, Nigel. All of you on the book and the tube. Thank you on the radio as well. Thanks for listening. Join us next week, okay? Get your seats early. All right.